everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already had the pleasure of me introducing myself, my name is IMAN. I'm 23 years old, and today is February 5th of 2020. Now, you may be asking, why is she telling me this? Well, today I wanted to do something a little different, and I thought that to kick off this new year, and even though it's been pretty chaotic, pretty crazy, pretty insane, I thought, let's lift up the mood and let's do a challenge. So today I am doing the hashtag 2020 time capsule challenge. And I am just gonna give you a few snippets of what's been happening this year thus far.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Don Lemon. Right now, so much of the world is just in shock and disbelief.
And the death toll and the number of confirmed coronavirus cases in China continues to rise by the day.
Grace Yago was visiting her family just last week when the unthinkable happened.
Now to Australia, where Queensland and New South Wales have been facing catastrophic fire danger at the highest level possible.
Coronavirus now classified as a public health emergency.
The grim search for survivors overseas after a deadly and powerful earthquake in eastern Turkey, the magnitude 6.7 quake.
Full spectrum corruption of Donald Trump, a problem for our nation, saying, quote, everything he touches rots.
And I ask that it be read. The yeas are 53, the nays are 47. The motion is agreed to.
You should be mad as hell, and you need to show these people you will not take it anymore.
We're also following breaking news in the Caribbean. A massive earthquake has struck south of Cuba, causing evacuations as far north as Miami.
One, two, three, let's switch this up.
See that it's already been a pretty insane year and we're only getting started. So I thought that we should try to encapsulate this already historical year and create something that will lift the vibe, lift the spirits, and lift the general mood of like the world. So basically I have the questions here on my phone. I have it written down in my notes, and I will be sure to link them into the description box if you do need a guide, if you do plan on doing this 2020 time capsule challenge. So you don't have to make it exactly like mine. It doesn't have to be the same style as my video. It doesn't have to be the same questions. I want everyone to make it unique to themselves. And you know, basically all of this is doing is kind of capturing who you are at a certain point of time. So you can view this maybe 5 to 10 years later and see how much you have changed, how much you have evolved, how much you've grown, you know, or how much you haven't changed. Like, you never know. I mean, either or, you can look at it in a different perspective. Either or could be good. So I think that this would just be a great fun challenge to do. And the challenge is to actually not look at this video. That is like the real challenge. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm probably gonna view it a little earlier. I don't want to though. I want to keep to like, I want to do it like, I want to watch this video maybe in 10 years. So yeah, anyway, so if you decide to take part of this challenge after watching this video, please make sure that you tag me in your video by linking the link to this video in your description box and also naming your video hashtag 2020 time capsule challenge. But before I get into it, please make sure you leave a big thumbs up and also make sure you click that subscribe button. Now that I'm like a total cliche, let's get into it. So basically I'm in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City. I am kind of squatting right now. I live in mainland China. However, right now, at this current time, I am not able to go back home because there is a huge outbreak, and yeah, all my stuff is there, everything is there, and yeah, it's just everything is kind of in the air right now. So that's why I thought, wow, this is just a surreal time in my life right now. Might as well make a video about it. So yeah, so that is my current situation. This is my current location right now. And yeah, don't know where I'll be in like the next few months. I have no idea what's gonna go on, like what's gonna happen. Have no idea. Anyway, but nonetheless, this is an adventure. So second question. Honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna look exactly the same, probably just like a different hairstyle. I feel like I'm not gonna change that much. I hope things are like still intact, you know what I mean? I don't know. Hopefully I have children by then, and like, you know, what children does to people, so who knows. But yeah, I feel like, you know, I hope I'm living my best life. I hope that I'm very healthy, and I hope that, you know, I have a glow from within, you know, that glow that you get just from within, and you're just looking great because you're feeling great. That's what I want to have in 2030. So, inshallah. What will I be doing? I have no idea. Literally have no idea. I'm doing something completely different right now. Like, if I were to look at myself right now, like my past self, 5 years from now, I would think that, like, you know, like I wouldn't be doing any of these things that I'm doing right now. Like, I'm teaching, I studied architecture, and I'm teaching, and I'm doing YouTube. Like, I never thought I would ever do this. And, you know, it's just, things just happen. Things, you know, play out the way that they're supposed to. And you just gotta ride the wind. You know what I mean? What is a day in 2020 for me? So basically, I mean, to be honest, like, okay, I can go through like the morning, afternoon, and nighttime, but like, honestly, I don't have like no day is like the same for me. I'm not like a routine type of person, so I kind of do things just like on a whim, you know, whatever is like what I want to do that day is what I do. And you know, other than work, like I don't really have like, you know, a routine-y type of thing, especially because I work online. So you know, I pretty much just choose my hours, and so I don't have to have like I don't have to report at a certain time and do things at a specific time. So I don't really have a routine. It's kind of just like whatever is suiting that day, whatever my schedule is that day, that's like what I'm gonna do. Sometimes I have breakfast, sometimes I don't, sometimes I make my bed, sometimes I don't. So it just depends, really. Like, I'm really not a routine type of person. But I mean, talking to my future self, inshallah, who will be watching this unless hopefully we don't perish by then. But hopefully I am talking to my future self, and hopefully my future self is a routine type of person, because Lord knows that is what I want. Because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's good to have a routine. It's good to like have a daily ritual. I just can't stick to one at the moment, but hopefully, inshallah, I will. So on to the next one, on to the next question, on to the next. What is my favorite food? Honestly, I don't have a favorite food. I don't have favorite anythings. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm like not a routine type of person, and like that just goes with like everything. Like I like things for a certain period of time, and then like I'll switch to something else. Like, I'm never like, oh, like this is what I like and like that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I get even sick of things that like I really loved, and then I'm like, okay, I'm sick of it. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just how I am. So I don't really have, like, if I say favorite food, like it's not going to be whatever it is in 2030. But for now, okay, what's my favorite food? I don't know. Just something, food that tastes good. Food that tastes good is my favorite food. That's it right there. The biggest lesson I've ever learned. The biggest lesson I've ever learned was that, I put down the phone, it's about to get serious. But the biggest lesson that I've ever learned was that basically, you know, people can say whatever they want to say about you or to you, to your face, whatever, behind your back or whatever it may be. But these things don't matter unless you actually believe it. And, you know, once you believe something, that is what becomes true in your life. Even if it's not actually true, but it's like it becomes true for you and it affects your life and it affects you. So honestly, if you feel like something about you is being said that you don't feel is true, as long as you don't believe it, it's really not going to do anything to you. Just, it's the power of belief that really just sets the tone for your whole life. What I want to do or what I want to be when I grow up is actually like, okay, I remember I was asked this question by my uncle. Like, it was like a bunch of me, like my cousin, you know, her dad, it was her dad, and then like a couple of our friends, and he was asking us like what we wanted to be when we grew up. And I remember answering like that I wanted to be like a housewife, and like that I wanted to be a mom, like basically a mom and a housewife. Like that's what I meant, like a mom. And everyone was like, what? Oh my God. Like, and I just remembered feeling like, oh God, like that's like actually what I wanted. Like, I mean, I wanted to do other things obviously, but like, you know, that was like a big thing for me. Like, I thought like, you know, like having like, you know, just having a family would just be like enough for me in life, basically. And like, you know, creating my own family. Like, I do have family now, but like also just like creating an extension of my own like immediate family. I just thought that like would be enough for me. And yeah, but I remember like feeling really judged about that, and I used to like come up with like better answers than that, like every time I was like asked that again. But yeah, so but I definitely like want, you know, I think I would be pretty content if I just had like a nice family, you know, a few children and like a good husband and all that stuff. I think like I would be pretty content with that. What is my favorite dance? Actually, my favorite dance is that one, like, I don't know if you've seen that Adidas advertisement with Beyonce, and she's kind of women like, anyway, yeah, this one. That is my favorite dance right now. Like, I like that one. It's like, it's fun. My favorite like urban, or what would I call it? My urban, like my favorite urban slang word. This seems so proper. All right, period poo. That one's my favorite one. Period poo. I never said it before. I'll have like maybe someone else say it, and then like, you know, overlaid on top of me. Period poo. What is happiness to me? Happiness is basically just, I feel like it's just being content with the situation, whatever situation you're in, and just being content in that space and just, you know, accepting what is and just having fun regardless of whatever situation you're in, whether it's good or bad. I think just being content with it and having fun and just enjoying, you know, the people around you, or enjoying the things around you, or, you know, enjoying yourself will give you happiness. And I think that's like what happiness is. Don't know if that's like a good answer, but you know, I try. Unique talent. I don't really know if it's unique, but like I love to paint. Painting is my talent. Editing is my talent. Like anything like artistic or things that I'm creating, like it's my talent. Like I love to create. Like creating is life to me. Like it's what keeps me going. I love to create things. So creating, like I won't even say like it's just like art is, or painting or drawings or whatever. It's not something specific. It could be videos, it could be art, it could be like, you know, a building, whatever, because I did study architecture. It can honestly be anything. I just love to create. Creating is just, it gets stressful sometimes, but it's honestly so fun, and is so like satisfying when you make something from beginning to end and you have that final product and you're like, although sometimes you're not always like that because I am an artist. I'm always like, oh, there's something I can improve, but you know, it is very satisfying to create something, and it's something that I've always done since I was little, and something I'll probably always continue to do, hopefully. So basically, I think I'm done now. Like, I think I answered a sufficient amount of questions. So my leaving off statement is going to be 2020. Will this be the end, or is this just the beginning?